What's going down, everybody? It's your man Pro Diggy from the Chaos Crew, but you can call me Diggy if you like. And welcome to part 3 of my Road to MW3 series. Today we're going to be wrapping up the perks with the tier 3 perk slot. This video is pretty short. I've got a couple other things I want to talk about, but I'm going to save that for another video just because I don't think I have that much time. So let's get right down to the nitty gritty. The first perk in this slot that I'm going to talk about is Stalker. Now, Stalker, you move faster while ADS or aiming down sights, and the pro version, you will delay enemy claymores. As far as the commando, fail, faggot. As far as this perk goes, at COD XP, I think the only 3 they had unlocked in this slot were Stalker, Marksman, and Steady Aim, so I used Stalker predominantly, just because out of those 3, that was the one that I wanted to use. I've got 2 perks in this slot that are going to be my main perks, and Stalker is not one of them. It's a cool perk, don't get me wrong. I mean, when you're aiming down sights with Stalker, you basically move about as fast as you move when you're not aiming down sights in previous Call of Duties, or even in MW3, I believe. So, I mean, it's cool and all that. I mean, you know, if you like to move around fast and stuff, you know, maybe it can help you win a gunfight here or there because you're able to be aiming down sights and still moving faster than the other dude. But I'm not really sure. To me, it's not really that great of a perk, so I probably won't use it very much. But, you know, all these things are kind of to be determined once the game's actually out and you get to play with all this stuff. But moving on from that, the next one we have is Marksman. Now, Marksman is a perk you will probably never see me use because it's a sniper perk. What Marksman does is you identify enemy targets at longer range, and the pro is you get to hold your breath longer. Now, as far as the holding breath longer, that's pretty much obvious. You hold your fucking breath longer. I mean, how hard is that to figure out? Now, the identify enemy targets at longer range. Not really sure about that. I mean, do they fucking glow? Does their name show up bigger? Is their head bigger? Like, I mean, how do you identify them at longer range? I don't know because I didn't use it. So I'm not really sure what that means. But like I said, to me, it's not really a useful perk because I don't really snipe. And you probably won't see me ever use that perk. So anyway, moving on from that, the next one, I'm not going to do it in a particular order here. I'm going to leave the ones that I like for last. So the next one will be Steady Aim. Everybody knows what fucking Steady Aim is. Nothing's changed. It's just like the Black Ops one. You get increased hipfire accuracy, and then your weapon is ready faster after sprinting. It's a cool perk. I've used Steady Aim in Black Ops, like Steady Aim Pro, and it's cool to be able to raise your gun faster after sprinting, but to me, that's in the sleight of hand slot, so I would pick sleight of hand over Steady Aim. And in this particular slot, there's 2 other perks that to me excuse me, are just way more useful. So I'm gonna probably not ever use Steady Aim. Okay, so the next one is Dead Silence. Now, I'm not really sure about Dead Silence because it's similar to Ninja, except for your footsteps are quieter, and then you get no fall damage. So it's kind of like Ninja and Lightweight from Black Ops, but when they say that they're quieter, I don't know what that means. Like, are they really, really quiet? Or can you still kind of sort of hear them? Because if that's the case, it's still a good perk. Don't get me wrong. You know, and the no fall damage and stuff, like, that'll definitely be a perk that I use, and I'll pro it. But it's not, I don't think it's going to be quite as good as what we're used to as far as Ninja goes, where you're basically, like, legitimately silent. So, like I said, definitely a good perk. I will be using it, I'm sure, definitely to figure out, like, how silent you really are. And the no fall damage is cool, too. Since they don't have Commando anymore, thank God, this kind of replaces the no fall damage from Commando. Okay, so now the last perk in this perk slot, which is probably going to be my most used perk in this slot, is going to be Sit Rep. Now, Sit Rep is, as most of you know, it's like Hacker. The Sit Rep in Modern Warfare 3 is basically identical to the one in MW2. It's you detect enemy explosives and tactical insertions. You know, they show up red and everything. And the pro is louder enemy footsteps. Now, I haven't been able to get Sit Rep Pro because I didn't really use it in MW2. I used Ninja. And I really love Ninja, so I just kind of stuck with it. But I heard Sit Rep is fucking badass. The way that you can hear enemies' footsteps and everything. So, Now, it depends how many people are running Dead Silence and all that stuff, whether sit rep is really going to be that good as far as the pro is. But the detect enemy explosives part of it is definitely something I'm looking forward to, because, you know, there's probably going to be tons of fucking bouncing Bettys and Claymores and fucking tack inserts and just, like, all kinds of shit, like, that's going to be floating around. So it's good to be able to know where that shit is. So sit rep's probably going to be my main go-to third tier perk, just because it seems really badass. It's like Hacker plus the Ninja Pro from Black Ops, which is supposed to make enemies louder, which I don't really think it does, to be honest. I think they should have buffed that a little bit, but so that's the way I look at it. I think sit rep's going to be my main go-to perk in that slot, and my secondary is going to be Dead Silence. As far as the other three, I might play around with Stalker a little bit, but Steady Aim and Marksman you probably will never see me using, just because of my playstyle and how I feel about it. But, you know, you guys might like those things, and you guys might find some good uses for them. So, you know, that's pretty much that. So those are the tier 3 perks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little video on me breaking down my thoughts on the tier 3 perks and everything. This has been your man, Pro Diggy, from the motherfucking Chaos Crew, but you can call me Diggy if you like. Don't forget, as always, to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my sights.